What's up and welcome back. This is Nick up here at Maple Motors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and today we already went on the test drive in this 1970 Chevelle, and now we're going to be walking around it, pointing out any kind of flaws. That way you know exactly what you're buying when you get here. We do this with every car on the lot. We do have 100 detailed pictures. I have shipping, I have financing, wheels, tires, parts, and accessories available at maplemotors.com. Also update that website with new cars every Monday. So we got everything opened up. We're gonna be going all over this car, telling you what's wrong, what's chipping, if there's any rust, scratches, Bondo, anything I see, we're doing it right here. This one here has a 400 under the hood. It does have a lower end gear. It does bark second and third gear. It's got power steering. Just put a brand new battery in it. Got a brand new AC Delco up there on the test drive. I didn't like the performance of the old battery because it was just old. Okay, let's get started on this one. Go ahead and take my tag off. So we'll start up here in the front. We're gonna go around the front end. You can see the paint is weak on this car. A little bit wavy down there in the back. You got a chip right here. Your headlight bezels are in decent shape. Front bumper's got pitting and scratches on it. The grill on this one's got some chips. It's not in perfect shape. There's some dents right here in this bumper. You got some chips right here in the corner. Okay, we're gonna go down the lower section of this car first. There's trim, nice and clean. Somebody's replaced it. Checking out the emblems. Not a 454, not an SS. Does have a crack right here, right below that emblem. You got a lot of chips down here and a little bit of rust trying to come through on the bottom. You see that down on through the door. Lots of touch-up paint. This car needs a paint job, really. You can drive it the way it is if you're okay with it. If you want it to be nice, it'll have to be repainted. See the chips down there. You also got some chips on this trim right here in the back. You got a crack right here in the paint. A couple spots. Lots of chips in the back here too. Coming back mid-section. Touch-up marks, sanding marks. Chips in the door. Chips around the door handle. A little bit of pitting on the door handle. Try to cover everything. See all the little chips there. I just kind of quit because there's so many little touch-up marks on this car. Of course, unlike other dealers, we focus on the flaws, looking for any issues, because we don't repair these cars. We buy and sell them. We tell you what's wrong, and that's why you see such a high amount of inventory roll through here. If we had to work on all of them, obviously we wouldn't have hardly half the cars. So we just tell you what's wrong. We're gonna check over this vinyl top. I wanna look under it because a lot of times these vinyl tops will get moisture underneath them and it causes rust. That's not super tight there, but it seems solid. Usually down the pillars it'll be there. I could see some up here. Yep, there's a little bit popping up right here. Pretty much all along this front area I can feel it. I don't know if y'all can see it, but there is some bubbles up under this vinyl top right here. Make sure it didn't go way back here. No, it's smooth back here. Get my hands all nasty. It's all right. You got some bubbles down here too. Let's see if I can get those to pop up on the camera. Like right in here, in this section, they're right here in the corner. Probably have to tear this vinyl top off, see what's under it, clean her up. Definitely got some back here. We can see a lot of it in the trunk too, so getting ready to check that out. We're coming up on the back end. Back bumper is older, showing pitting, has a few stains on it. Dual exhaust out the back. Weather stripping looks pretty good. Actually saw. Should be helping to keep some of that out. The jams aren't the cleanest thing. You see you got touch-up marks, some chips on the corner here. Looking around in the trunk, it looks pretty solid. Somebody has definitely repainted the trunk. Looking up in the package tray, actually looks good. So those bubbles up here are actually on top, so that's a good sign. Okay, let's see how this trunk lid shuts down. Not too bad. A little close on this corner. Some more of these bubbles on this side. Not as bad though. Like this corner here doesn't have any hardly. Well, there's a spot right there. I'll say that. There is some down this side though. Coming up around this. That's nice and smooth, feels good. Around this edge is fine. Okay, see if you can see that. You got a couple of them popping up right in this area right here, pointing at all of them. So keep that in mind. We're gonna go down this side of the car, check all the lower portions, come back to midsection. We'll open that door up and see what's going on the interior. Coming down this side, you got some holes back here. A couple of holes. One on down, up over the fender. Trim does have some chips. You got some chips in the edge of the door. Same with the bottom of the door there. You got some rust popping up here. Maybe a little Bondo in there, because you can see the cracking going on. Put up over the front fender. Not too bad. Coming down the midsection now. You got chips. So got some on the edge of the door. Right in the middle of the door there, you got some pitting popping up on the door handle. Of course, this will help you understand the difference in the mid $30,000 Chevelle that doesn't have hardly any flaws. Give you some room to work on it. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on the interior now, check it out, start her up, and get some undercarriage shots. Let's move on to the interior. Checking out the door panel. Decent shape. Weather stripping is old around the door. Checking the jams. Carpet in this thing is not brand new, but it's not that bad. It looks decent. Back seat is cloth. And it leads me to believe the front seat was cloth, because the seat belts are missing up here, and they're still in the back. So all you have here is this. The other part is not in here. Just jump in this car. Go ahead and place your bets. So you think the horn works? We'll be checking that out. Let's look over the dash. That dash is nice and clean. The headliner. These corner pieces here need to be straightened up, but for the most part, pretty good. The package tray, it's a little wavy back there. Okay, go ahead and start her up. Starts up good with that new battery. There's no AC on this one, but the blower motor does work. It is blowing heat in here. Definitely heat. I'm cutting it off. It's like 75 today. The radio, I cut it on. I couldn't get it to play. There's some speakers in the back there. This is an older Sony radio, so may have to do some work on that to get the tunes rolling. Gauges, they all work. Clock, some of them work, but this one doesn't. Just gave out. Gas gauge does come up. You're missing your lens right here for your turn signal. It's supposed to look like that. Both of those are cutting on. A little tack here, and I can show you the mileage, but I can't stand behind it. This is a 70 model, so it's pretty hard to stand behind. Wipers, they are working. We will cut the headlights on. I will leave the turn signals on, but we're gonna do this horn bet. Do you think the horn works? It's something we like to do on the channel here. Let's go. No horn. I guess you could be like. So we do got the turn signal on, and I pulled the light switch there. We got them on. Tail lights are on, turn signal's on. Motor's pretty quiet, sounds good. Like I said, it's a 400. As I'm coming down with the hood, comes down pretty easy. You can look on the edges, it's got a lot of chips. Got some chips up here in the top portion right there along the trim. Headlights are on. Turn signal is working. We'll try that other side. I'm also going to grab my my light, and use my camera up under the car. Give you some undercarriage shots. You can look on the test drive and get a really good visual of the undercarriage. I also have detailed photos of it on my main website. Y'all know what that is. I don't have to say it again right now, do I? That's the old battery I took out. I did that on the test drive, so be sure to watch that. And if you want to see my gear, boom. Do all this by myself. Get started here. We'll slide this up under the front. We're gonna look under the motor. I do not have a lift here. I sure wish I did, but I don't. All right. Looks like you got some spring raisers in there. It actually rode really good, that spring raiser. Kind of gets the car up a little bit more. Got them in both sides. I've ran spring raisers before just to get the wheel well off the tire. This one's sitting up pretty high though, so could actually come down with it. y'all said that I'm making this harder on myself. The undercarriage shot, I guess, for the test drive is pretty good, but just going under it, look at myself. I got plenty of more cars to get to today, so I better save that battery on that light there. And I'll give you the rundown one more time. Hey, any car that you want to look up here that's from our lot, you want to know what we have, how to get to it, go to maplemotors.com. You see something you like, type in the year, the model, and the stock number, and also include Maple Motors. You can do that in the YouTube search bar. You should be able to pop up 2 videos of every car on the lot. There's like, I believe it's got to be close to 2,000 videos now that we've put out here. Plenty of stuff to watch. And it's all real similar on the test drives and stuff. I try to keep it tight. If you have any suggestions, I'm here, I listen, I look through the comments. I've used a lot of people's ideas that have passed on ideas to me, so I'm here to take that information in. I do appreciate y'all watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that like, share, and thanks again, guys. I'll see you in the next video. I got about 6 or 7 more cars to do this week, and I know next week we have a huge amount of cars that we just got. It's been a little struggle trying to get them all booked in, but we'll have them out here for you. I'll see you later, guys.